morning, lovely ones. How are you? Today we are going to have a lovely adventure with writing adventure. Today we are going to be introduced to the persuasive writing, or what we call opinion writing. So the objectives of today, the first thing is to brainstorm persuasive writing, have a little example on it, then a PowerPoint presentation where you're going to know the different types of persuasive writing. You are going to be introduced to the connectives and transitions to write a good opinion writing. Then our interactive lesson, we are going to have what is opinion writing and different types of it, elements of opinion writing, and then two models of writing and a little bit of a quiz. So, are you ready for our adventure today? Let's go on, and I hope you enjoy the ride. So first, I want you to get a blank paper, a white paper, and write in the middle persuasive. And try to write all the words that's related to persuasive. What do you think persuasive writing is, and what are the words that could relate one way or another to our day's topic? So the first thing that we know about it, that it is a non-fiction writing. It's a non-fiction type of writing where you are introduced to logical argument. Okay, so logical argument or persuasive, this is where we are going to start from. So first, what is the meaning of persuasive? What is to persuade? Now, to persuade is to convince using strong opinion. So other words for persuasive is to convince, and to convince is to show that your point of view is valid, is effective, is very strong, is credible. People would actually like to hear from you. So you need to force it for people. So you are going to convince them using their opinion or your opinion. So another word is the word opinion. So opinions are different opinions. My opinion is different than your opinion, and you're going to introduce that through claims. Now, claims are like reasons. So you need strong claims, you need strong reasons, you need facts. Yep, you need examples and logical reasons, claims, facts, examples are all part of your persuasive process. You need to support your idea or your opinion using these cores, okay? Now, people might not agree or disagree, so you have to be specific more and give evidence evidence like proof, like why would people follow these facts. And of course, at the end of the day, people will have to either agree with you or to disagree with you. So it's all about their choices. Okay, whatever you can come up with, you can add to this list during our lesson. So today we are going to have a very nice lesson. I believe this technique, you should learn it, and I know that you perhaps know it already and you use it with your family, with your friends, with everybody else without you knowing. So what are the types of persuasive or opinion writing? Here I prepared a list for you. Persuasive writing. Now, we have different types of persuasive writing. Now, people in political speech, like Donald Trump, he wants to win the elections. He wants to be the president of the United States. So he will gather up as many as he can from his supporters, and he will ask them to believe him, to support his point of view through a political speech. Whether people would believe it or not, it's up to them, but it's a political speech. People use it. Then brochures are the things, the papers, the color lovely papers like come on, join us for swimming in Al Ahli Club, for example. We are making new offers, new lessons, and it's lovely. You will enjoy it. So people would whether agree, disagree, convinced or not, up to them. Now, newspapers editorial, the editorials are any like articles that it's written in the newspaper, and they are showing a specific point of view. Whether people would agree on or disagree, again, it's up to them. Up to them. Now, proposals. Imagine that you are a company and you need to buy product one or product two, and you want to choose from them, and you are waiting for some company to give you a nice proposal for number one, for example. Then I'm convinced with number one, I will go for it and I will definitely buy it. And I was not convinced with proposal number two. Response to prompt. Now, I will give you a question. Whether you like it or not, you need to support it. For example, coronavirus. Do you think that the virus is a man-made virus, or you think that it's just out of animals or God's, it's just from nature, nobody interfered through doing the virus? So it's a question, a big question that I would expect an answer with. And of course, the essay is the article that you need to write, and the advertisement, there is a T missing here. The advertisement is like Netflix. Always, if you are on Google, if you are Googling on your mobile phone, you will find so many advertisements like for Netflix, for McDonald's. These are the bulletins that you get to see with various products. Now, here I have prepared another example to show you persuasive. Now, here I have different types of tables. Table 1, table 2. They are the same, by the way. There is not no much of a difference in these two tables, except that there is this other board down here, another board. So if I want to buy, I would buy this one or I would buy this one. Some would say the first one because I don't need another rack. Another would say no, I think this rack is supporting the four legs, so it will be more durable than the first one. So in any way, I have one and I have two. Imagine these tables are your it's a topic, different writing, and you will need to choose from product one or product two. Now I'll tell you a story of a student who wants to convince his mom to buy him pizza. And, well, he doesn't know how to convince her, but he is strongly advised to present his own opinion. So here is opinion and here is another opinion. Now, if that is my article and this is my piece of writing and this is opinion, now what are the legs? What are these legs? Either this leg or that leg. What are they? Well, these we can call the arguments. These we can call the arguments. Now, how are we going to argue? Well, we need a good argument and we need it to be strong, supported with evidence, claims, example, just as the steady legs. So these are steady legs for the table, and we can imagine that these steady legs are the same as the arguments. Okay? Very good. Now, let's see how am I going to convince my mom. Oh, mom, I know you are so tired. You have come from work so exhausted. I know you are tired when working all day. So you mentioned that she is working, she is tired, and I want you to take a rest. I don't want you every day you come and you cook. I want to give you a rest from cooking, and I want you Not to wash the dishes. Yeah, that's a very big fact. The dishes. How we are going to make our mom not wash any dishes. Okay, so all these are what? These are called facts. I am presenting some reasonable facts that my mom is working, she is tired, she's washing the dishes every day, so perhaps we can give her a rest by ordering pizza. So why don't we just do order some pizzas? Okay. What else do you think would convince your mom? So let's have here a little bit of reason. Okay, we can have reasons. I like for reason. Okay, mom, you know what? They are making a big offer for today. The offer say buy two for the price of one. So we are going to save some money. Oh, so now your mom is going to be maybe a little bit convinced. She's going to rest and she is going to save a little bit of money. Now, why don't we play on something else? Perhaps the emotions. So, mom, pizza comes with so many flavors. We can order pepperoni, we can have vegetables, we can have shrimps, you can do whatever we can order whatever we want. So, we all love different types of pizza. So, love emotions. So here I'm playing with my mom's emotion, like I'm trying to convince her of different types of flavor and that we do love the pizza and it's easy eating. So here I have so many reasons and claims and I give evidence. First, I showed her facts, I showed her reason, I showed her emotion through what we love and what we hate and what we prefer. So that would give us a good and nice argument, a strong argument. Now, some would tell me, what is this rag down here? So, yeah, I will show, I will say that these are examples. Maybe that color is not a very big, um, it's not clear enough. So, let's try here by saying that this black rag is examples. So I have here the argument, I have the next, the argument, I have various examples with other rag. So perhaps you will like it simple, perhaps you will add more example. We have two different types of essays, but you need to support your claims, your reason. So I think they are on a good offer. Why? Because they are, you know what? They are making buy two and with the price of one, so we are going to save money. You will make, mom, you are tired. But how am I tired? You need to mention examples because you have come from work so tired. You did not take the you didn't you will not be washing any dishes. So here I am providing as I'm providing my opinion with facts and reasons, I'm also giving out examples. And these examples are working as evidence, are working as evidence to believe my words. First, are you for or against pizza? Do you want the pizza? Yeah, so if you are for the pizza, you need a very nice introduction supporting your opinion. And then the same introduction will be mentioned again in the conclusion. Okay, I hope this is useful for you. Hello once again. With our persuasive writing. After brainstorming what's persuasive writing, it's time for you to know different types of the writing itself, how you get to persuade people through different types of writing. Okay, and again, once again, persuade means to convince someone, to convince somebody to do what you think is right or to do your opinion or to hear you out in any possible way. So you do that through writing, and there are different types of writing. Let's go and see how we do it. Opinion writing is a type of a persuasive writing, or they are all persuasive. As you see this man, the first boy, as you see in the picture, is the persuasive essay. And the essay is a piece of writing, an article, has introduction, conclusion, and body in the middle. And it's your own opinion, it's your own writing. For example, I'll ask you to write a piece of writing expressing your opinion about having um, 2 lessons of PE per week. So you need to convince me to give you 2 lessons per week if I am the director, for example, or the principal of the school. So hence you need a strong point of view. You need to convince me through a strong point of view. You have another type, political speech. You are all familiar with the US President Donald Trump. He is going to have elections and he is going to speak to the public to convince them that they need to elect him. They need to support him. So he will give a political speech to everyone. So that's a type of argument, that's a type of persuasive writing where Donald Trump will try to convince his supporter. Newspaper editorial. Now the editorials are so many articles. You know the steps of writing. You need to write a draft, revise, edit and revise, so on and so forth. So newspaper editorial is a kind of or a piece of writing that you read in the news or any other uh, magazine, and they express a specific point of view. And of course, most of that relates to your real life, your different topics of life, whether it's science, whether it's social, so on, so forth. Now, the fourth one that you have response to prompt. Now, if I ask you to tell me your opinion of coronavirus, for example, now I'm asking you a question and I want your opinion about it. So, do you think people actually made the coronavirus or it just a virus came out of animals? Nobody interfered in making it. So, you will need to think whether which side you go. Do you support the idea that it's a man-made virus made in labs, or you support the other idea that it just it came out of animals, it's just something from God? You need to think of it and support your own answer. So I'm asking you something and you need to respond to it. So what can we say of persuasive writing? It's a type of non-fiction writing. Okay, it could happen in real life. It has so many different types of persuasive writing according to various life topics. Of course, it's an academic writing and it's argumentative. What do I mean by argumentative essay? I mean that you need to use logic and reason through examples and facts to make your point legitimate and to convince people that this is the side that you want them to take. Of course, you must expose clear argument and support them by convincing facts and logical reasons, and we will come to this in details with our last session of the opinion writing in the tutorial that I'm going to give next. Now again, that's what you need to know, these 4 types. Here you have other types of persuasive writing. You have people who give speech, you have arguments, you have discussions, you have slogans, you have people say yes or no if you want to support your opinion, if you want to protest against something like the environment issue, you need to keep your environment clean, so say no to factories. You can do that. That's all expressing your own point of view. And the last thing, think differently here, that's an advertisement. It's I'm loving it. I love McDonald's. Now you need to convince people why McDonald's is the best, for example. So you have so different types of persuasive text. You will see them throughout your whole life. It's a very, very nice technique that you need to learn, and I'm pretty sure that you use even with your own family just without noticing or labeling. So here I summed up what you need to know, the words, the keywords. Persuasive. Why is it persuasive? Because you need to support with logic and you need support with reasons, facts, claims. Okay, what people would think of it, they would either agree or disagree. And how you manifest this, how you do the writing, you can do it through different types of persuasive, like brochures, like newspaper editorials, like speech, like essay, like persuasive essay, like editorials, so on, so forth. Now here, the first thing that you need to express while writing a persuasive writing is your point of view. We use persuasive writing to share our point of view with others. We want them all to agree with us. We want them to think the same way that we are thinking. So that means that, of course, words have the power. If somebody was not convinced and you convinced him, then you were strong enough with your own words. So what do you think after all? Yeah, persuasive writing tells your opinion, tells your own opinion. Now here, argumentative essential. These are essential things that you need to know while attempting to write your own writing. You need to study the sides of the issue. You need to see different points of view. And then you need to logically think about them, giving enough reasons from both sides. Why do you think this opinion is strong? Why do you think this opinion is weak? Then you conclude your argument, and of course you need to connect the whole essay logically through connectors or words that makes your argument clear. We see this person, for example. We have two people, as you see, and this person talks, and his talk touched the heart of this lady. It affected her brain because she was convinced with him. So the speaker here, the boy, he's trying to use two techniques to make the person in front of him emotionally inclined to believe what he wants and logically as well inclined to believe what he wants. That means believing him through two things, through the heart and through the brain. When I say save the environment, stop factories, yeah, that's logic enough because it affects all of us. But then if I want to touch your heart, I say, all this pollution affects the animals and the plants and so on and so forth. So it will touch my heart to think of others as well rather than my own self. Now here you need to know what to write, and to make strong evidence. To make strong evidence, you need to make facts, you express your opinion, and you add so many details, and we will get to know how exactly. But through writing this, you need as well to make clear introduction using the words I think, I feel. Of course, it's the first person point of view because it's your own writing, so you will find I a lot to support your argument, to support your point of view. Making your point clearly through transitions using first, second, third, finally adding as much details as you can, for example, in fact, for instance, as an evidence, and then ending in conclusion, in short, on a whole, so forth, so long and so forth. You can use these words, the list of words that you have here, you can use in your own writing to after editing, of course, or while editing. Then the connectives, that you cannot just miss the connectives in any writing as well. The transitions, these are more connectives. You read them thoroughly, consequently, as a result, as well as that's when you are trying to make logic in the essay itself. So take care, the pollution will affect animals. As a result, they will die. So here I use the word as a result, or consequently, or unfortunately, we have so many animals that will be distinct. I'm touching your heart here, but if I say, logically speaking, we will all be affected because the air will be polluted and the water will be polluted. So again, you can give those examples using those. So I think that's it. Excellent. We have made it so far to know types of persuasive writing. Next, we will learn different types of writing. You will have to see a piece of writing, a newspaper editorial, and we will see how to extract details and how to extract claims and evidence through interactive lesson as well as introduction and conclusion. I hope this tutorial, this video was helpful, and see